are equivalent ratios. The learning standard here is to identify and determine the equivalent ratio in numerical, geometrical, or daily situation context. Observe the equivalent fraction that represent the shaded parts in the diagram below. Look at this one. 1/2. For this one, 2/4. And the area of the shaded part here is 3/6/12. Okay, if you look at all these three areas that are shaded, okay, the areas of the shaded part are always the same size. Okay, always the same size. Okay, 1/2 equal 2/4 equal 6/12. This fraction can be expressed in ratios as follows. 1/2 equal 12, 2/4 equal 6/12. Here, 2/4, if you divide it by 2, okay, both numerator and denominator, you divide it by 2, you will get 1/2. And when you multiply it by 3, both numerator and denominator, you will get 6/12. That is what we call equivalent. 1/2, 2/4, and 6/12 are also known as equivalent ratios. To find an equivalent ratio, multiply, okay, now multiply or divide each part, okay, or divide each part of the ratio by the same whole number. So in this case, it is divided by 2, okay. 2 and 4 here is divided by 2, okay. And it is also multiplied by 3. 3 is whole number, 2 is whole number, multiplied by 3, okay. So multiply or divide each part of the ratio by the same whole number. So we can find the equivalent ratio. Okay, we continue. Look at example 2. Which of the following ratios are equivalent to 27/45? So what you need to do here is to multiply this 27 and 45 here with any whole number. Okay, or you can divide it with any whole number. Okay, the solution is, if we multiply it by 2, 27 multiplied by 2, okay, this one we multiply it by 2 here, we will get, we also need to multiply 45 by 2, okay, we will get 54/90. So this is the answer, one of the answer. Okay, then if we try to divide 27 here by 9, divide 27 by 9, we also need to divide 45 by 9, we will get 3/5. Is there any 3/5 here? No. There is no 3/5 here. 5/3 with 3/5 are totally different things. They are not same. Okay. Now let's look at this one, 27/45. We need to do a lot of, we need to try and error. Okay, 27 divided by 3, 27. 27 divided by 3 ratio 45 divided by 3. Okay, we divide it by 3. Okay, what the answer will be? 9/15. Is there any 9/15 in this options? Yes, there is. So this one. Okay, So this is the answer. Okay, let's try another one. 27 ratio 45 also equal 27 multiply 1 over 54 ratio 45 multiply 1 over 54. The answer will be 1 over 2 ratio 5 over 6, and there is the answer here. So those are the answer that is equivalent to 27 ratio 45. This is how. Okay, question: mark right for the pairs of ratios which are equivalent and mark wrong if otherwise. Okay, 3 ratio 4, 15 ratio 20. Is this equivalent? Okay, let's say 3 times 5 ratio 4 times 5. The answer will be 15 ratio 20. So this is equivalence. It is equivalent. So you can just mark right since it is equivalent. Okay, how about this one? 25 ratio 36 with 5 ratio 6. 25 divide by 5 ratio 36 divide by 5. The answer will be 5 ratio. Can 36 divide by 5? No, cannot. This is not an equivalent ratio. Okay, let's look at another one. 5 ratio 1 ratio 6. Is it equivalent to 20 ratio 4 ratio 24? We look at this. All are multiplied by 4. Ratio 1 multiplied by 4, ratio 6 multiplied by 4. The answer will be 5 times 4, 20. Ratio 1 times 4, 4. Ratio 6 times 4, 24. Okay, so this is a correct one. Equivalent. This is equivalent. Okay, now let's look at another D. 6 ratio 2 ratio 3, 12 ratio 4 ratio 10. Okay, 6 times 2 equal 12. Okay, ratio 2 must be times 2 as well, and 3 must be times 2 as well. So the answer will be 12 ratio 4 ratio 6. It should be 6 here, not 10. So this is not equivalent. Okay, you understand? I hope you do. 3. When Habibah mixed 4 cups of vinegar with 8 cups of water to obtain a natural cleaning solution to clean the glass window of her house. Identify and determine 2 possible equivalent ratio for this cleaning solution. So we need to give 2 possible equivalent ratios. Okay, the ratio given there is 4 cups of vinegar, 4 ratio 8 cups of water. Okay, how do we find the equivalent? We can just multiply by 2 whole round number for those number here. 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16. So this is one of possible equivalent ratios. So to find an equivalent ratio, we need to multiply or divide each part of the ratio by the same whole number. Now we divide it by 2. We try to divide by whole part of ratio here by 2, we'll get 2 ratio 4. So we already have two possible equivalent ratios. Okay, 2 possible equivalent ratios of 4 ratio 8 are 8 ratio 16 and 2 ratio 4.